In the deepest parts of the world there lie some beautiful buildings, but most of these buildings hold a dark secret and stay abandoned, left to Mother Nature to take back what was once hers. These are 4 abandoned buildings in the United States. Waverly Hills Sanatorium. With an alleged 63,000 deaths taking place inside this building, this place is bursting at the seams with spirits. And what's also not surprising is that this sanatorium being on a lot of America's most haunted spots lists, usually quite near the top. Originally built as a tuberculosis hospital in around 1910, the building saw many die from the disease, but tales of mistreatment and dubious human experimentation got out, and people started to actually question it, and patients left the premises in what was known as the death tunnel or a body chute. The apparitions that appear there include a ghost called Timmy. Now, Timmy is a boy who likes to play with rubber balls, who's been caught on tape, and the nurse who hanged herself in room 502, and another nurse who fell from the same room's window, and you can also hear scattered screams and footsteps. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Now, this asylum was a hospital that operated from 1864 to 1994. Yeah, how bottom that year. Now, this asylum was also known as Weston State Hospital, and it got its name in 1913, which was used while patients occupied it, but it was changed back to its originally commissioned and unused name, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, after being reopened as a tourist attraction. Now, originally designed to hold up to 250 people, it became overcrowded in the 1950s with around 2,500 patients. It was forcibly closed in 1944 due to changes in the patient treatment. The hospital was bought by Joe Jordan in 2007 and is open for tours and other events to raise money for its restoration. The hospital's main building is claimed to be one of the largest hand-cut stone masonry buildings in the United States, and the second largest hand-cut sandstone building in the world. Taunton Hospital. Now, Taunton Hospital is in Taunton, Massachusetts, and it is subject of so many urban legends. The hospital opened in 1854 to curb the overpopulation problem in the Worcester Hospital. The hospital was designed to allow patients to participate in various activities such as gardening on the grounds and the experience of rural setting to help patients heal. Lizzie Borden was famously kept in the hospital for a short time in 1892. The hospital consisted of 15 different buildings and was, throughout its history, at the cutting edge of experimentation. It was one of the first to use hydrotherapy. However, urban legends prevail, and it was rumoured, though never proven, that patients were used in the occult rituals and sacrifices. The basement was said to have had various strange symbols on the walls that remained there for decades, but to this day the hospital is said to have a very, and I'm quoting, heavy aura to it. Waverly Asylum. Byberry Hospital in Byberry, Pennsylvania was infamous for its treatment of patients, and in 1946, Charlie Lord from Life magazine took 36 photos and published them. These photos showed the horrific conditions of the patients. Patients were sleeping in their own feces and urine, and some were allowed to roam around the hospital naked, and of its general overcrowded condition. This helped prompt mental health care reform, downsizing of the facility, and of its ultimate closure. Don't forget, you can catch videos every Sunday and Thursday. Also, while you're here, have a look in the description down below and you'll find a Teespring link. Click that link and it'll take you straight to the merch store and get your very own creepy classic stuff right there.